Good evening, folks. I'm out here with Black Grand National. Doesn't have a name. It's not my car. All right. It belongs to a buddy of mine, Josh. And it might appear to be mine because it might be in the background of every video, because it's at my house a lot. But he loves cars. He just loves for me to work on them instead of him. And so this car, a while back, I told him, hey, if you're looking for a torque converter, I do recommend Circle D. At the time, I'd actually broke the transmission, broke my 480 that was in my car, and decided I was just going to go full race, got rid of the 480, and the torque converter was here. I told him, hey, if you're interested, I give you a wicked discount on it, and we could see if it'll work for your car. If not, we could send it out, get it restalled. Even with the restall and the huge discount, he still came out cheaper than buying a new one, although the time frame, okay? And that was one thing I kind of mentioned to him, like, hey man, I know I'm kind of putting you in a bind, but nonetheless, you help me out, I help you out. I mean, that's kind of the relationship we have. Works out pretty good. So if I were to kind of gift anything to anybody, I'm glad it's going to him. So we're putting this Circle D torque converter in his car. He had an off-the-shelf torque converter, and for those folks out there that do not know, okay, you can ask anybody, Richard Holdner, I mean, any of the fastest guys you know. It doesn't matter what kind of combo you have. If you put the wrong torque converter in there, you're gonna absolutely kill your vehicle, okay? You could have one that stalls way too high. It might take off, from a stoplight and blow the tires off every single time, but will never hook up, never lock up, never couple, and be able to freight train down the rest of the track. And then you can also go the extreme opposite and have one that's just too tight to where every time you smack the gas, it almost wants to bog down before it gets to where your engine's making power. All right, so when it comes to, especially the 4L80, there's only one name that I recommend. All right, I'm not sponsored by them by no means. I wish I was. My racing life would be a lot cheaper. But Circle D, okay? I've tried quite a few personally, and I mean, the best converter I've ran is Circle D, okay? When I sent in my build sheet, all right, they knocked it out of the park first try. Did absolutely everything I wanted it to do. Still had somewhat reasonable street manage for Red 1. When we put it in this car, naturally aspirated, got about a liter on me. Weight, everything. There's a lot of calculations that go into a torque converter. All right, so call the people that know. I'm not here to do all that stuff, but I do have their phone number. If you need it, holler at me or Google Circle D torque converters. They are hands down. Yeah, I did look down to make sure. Circle D torque converters and not. It's actually Circle D Specialties. Look them up. All right. Easy to find, great people. Buddy Austin over there, I've talked to him a couple times. Don't have his actual direct line, but seems he works there quite a bit. And he answers my call when I call, so shout out. Anywho, that is the game plan for this evening, is to get this car back up. Remember the sketchy way that I did when I was pulling the transmission out? I gotta reverse that process. Back to being sketchy again. We're gonna get this thing lifted up, torque converter popped in there, bingo bango, roll it up under the car, lift it up, get it bolted, and I got a couple other little things I gotta do to the car, but that's kind of the project for tonight. All right, so I'm gonna see if I can get you guys kind of set up where you can get a good view of everything. All right, you're a little tall right now. And so we're shrinking. Okay, that's, yeah, maybe. What do you guys think? Is he enough? See nothing, maybe lower? My goodness, you guys are so needy. Alright, so now you guys get a good view of my belly. Yeah, in case you guys are wondering, we are pregnant. I know. I'll wear it well. By we, I mean my wife. I'm not that kind of person, alright? My wife. Born woman, alright? I'm not. You guys are tracking. Anyways, let's get to it. Got the back lifted up already. Time to get the front concoction set up. I feel like this whole thing, it's like flying an airplane. I feel like. And yes, I actually have done that. Once. Alright, and I didn't know. It was on accident. Oh, it's good to have you back. Yep, those are the same scratches I put on it when I freaking sent it out. My bad, dog. Just kidding. This is a beautiful, beautiful unit. And one thing I'm going to try to do real quick is probably just clean the bottom lip of this. Definitely do this in a well ventilated area. Unless you just don't want to. You want to start seeing sounds. By all means, keep your garage door closed. Okay, so I don't like wasting a whole lot of brake clean because it doesn't grow on trees. And so I'm gonna grab my air compressor, hose, and a little scraper and clean this up a little bit. My German Shepherd, house protector, vicious dog. I'll probably try to put a picture up of her. Not much scares her, but this. Arch nemesis for sure. Definitely recommend eye protection. Like a full face shield when you're doing stuff like this. I'm sure you guys have all seen this nifty little trick where you take the cap that the torque converter comes with and you use it just like a plunger. The way I used to do it, let me just pick it up and rock it back and forth. You'll notice the stator in there just kind of does what it's supposed to do when you do that, and it just, fluid goes down. Anywho, put a little bit of fluid in there, don't put a little bit of fluid in there. I've done it both ways. Do it however Circle D tells you to do it. Alright. I don't need any issues. But yeah, for regular OE torque converters, I've definitely done it both ways. Can't say that it has affected anything. But if you guys want to prove me wrong on that too, by all means, go ahead and comment. Send me links to videos where it has catastrophically destroyed somebody's transmission or pump or whatever. That's the sound I was looking for. Alright, you'll know if you don't have it seated. Alright, as it's gonna seat a couple different times. Obviously you got the pump, and then you got the input shaft and the splines. Alright, so about three different clicks normally. Sometimes you can get it really smooth and forget, and you go ahead and pull it off, put it back on as many times as you want so you feel comfortable. But that hard metal sound is what I'm looking for. Cool. So if you guys don't remember why I had to lift this up so high, and the way I have done it here is because the exhaust was redone. All right. Exhaust was redone after, I mean, I built it. I don't have a bender, so I used a bunch of straight pieces, a bunch of cut pieces, and I made it work initially when I built the car. Or, excuse me, just put the car together. But nonetheless, customer went back, had an exhaust shop, put an exhaust on it, which I recommended. The exhaust I made was 3-inch all the way back. Really hard to clear anything. It just wasn't, I couldn't get the bends I needed to get the thing up tight. So, nonetheless, the exhaust I had broke from the headers, and I also had broke, and by broke I mean V-bands right after the headers, and then again before the axle dumps. Okay, so the hoops that go up over the axles. So you can imagine X-pipe, take 4 V-bands off, drop the whole thing out, slide it out of your way, makes for doing everything else under the car super easy. When they redid the exhaust, I don't know exactly how they do this because welding an exhaust complete all the way around while in a vehicle is something I've not learned to do yet. Just saying, props to the exhaust shops for being able to do that. But that being said, I cannot remove this exhaust all the way unless I just drop the whole rear axle and a bunch of other nonsense. That's just not happening. So my way of doing it was to do it the sketchy way, which you guys can see. So now what I need to do is I need to get the exhaust taken out, or at least drop back down, so that I can make sure the transmission goes all the way up, just like that, and we should be good. Alright, another thing that would be super helpful is to ensure that you have your transmission all the way on your transmission jack prior to pushing it up under the vehicle. Okay guys, so after fighting to get this thing turned around on the transmission jack for quite some time, finally got it. And what we're gonna do is, we've got it underneath here. I do have to make sure that it fits between both headers. Bunch of stuff actually, just a great deal of things. And So from here, I know the front is somewhat cleared. Come back around here to the back side. And I get to put the handle on. And start the process of lifting it. Alright, nothing about this exhaust system. Back behind the headers is right. It's actually just quite ridiculous. Everything I do and fabricate is designed with maintenance in mind. Alright, so I'm getting a little perturbed here. Oh. Whew. Almost lost my cool there for a second, guys. But no, I'm sure by now you guys may have seen the accident. And judging by this, alright, not bad. I can almost make a fist again. The cuts on these two fingers here, pretty deep. If you guys care to see them, message me. I'm not trying to get kicked off of here for violating terms. Alright, but I will be wearing gloves this time. For a couple minutes anyways, I'm sure. I'll be taking them off. That's part of mechanicking, alright? Safety is always third for me. But well, I didn't die. Alright. That's good. But yeah, it's been a few days. And so, unfortunately, the project didn't just disappear. I have to get back out here and get after it. Try to get this thing knocked out. I'm going to be a little slower. The sensitivity on these two fingers, you know, obviously trying to turn bolts, a little tricky, a little painful. But we're going to see if we can finish this up. I'm sure all you guys came to see was me getting my hand smashed, but see if we can finish the rest of it. Transmission, the owner of the car, Josh, actually came by after seeing the video, and so him and I got the transmission in there the way it's supposed to be. And it's actually, we got a couple bolts in the bell housing, and the transmission jack's still under there. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I get the cross member and whatnot in there, and see if I get the transmission jack out. All right, so no more risk of it falling on my hand. But yep, that's the goal as of right now. That sucks. I'm not sure you guys seen anything. That's okay, you guys didn't miss anything. Might be as low as I can get you. But transmission pan there. I'm gonna try not to knock you guys out. We're gonna put the cross member back up. All right, guys. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you sticking around. I know you guys kind of probably zone out after my fingers have gotten smashed. Most entertaining part, I will admit. Hopefully you guys learned some stuff from this. If nothing else, at least safety. Like I said, I might bump it up to second on my list, but currently still sitting third. That's all I got. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna refrain from getting hurt anymore so that way we could keep the videos rolling. But until next time, fingers are good. Peace.